Andrew Leung, who joins us from Hong Kong. Really good to have you with us, Andrew. Olaf Scholz really has to tread a fine line here, doesn't he? Because on the one hand, China is Germany's biggest trading partner. More German assets and exports go to China than to any other country. But on the other hand, it does disagree with China on a number of issues, including trade practices and human rights. Do you think Scholz will be able to walk that fine line during his visit to Beijing?
Well, it's not just Germany. You can see that the same situation, more or less the same, applies to France, to Italy, and their leaders are also seeking one-on-one meetings with President Xi to reset the relationships of European major powers with China. On the one hand, as pointed out, Europe is China's largest trading partner and vice versa. And secondly, it is allied with the United States, who is confronting China, across the board. But Europe doesn't want to be tied to the American chariot. And on the one hand, there are differences, then there are worries. But on the other hand, they don't want to decouple from China. So as you said, it is a delicate line. But I think that Europe wants to carve its own pathway in its relationship with China.
Yes, you mentioned the United States there because Washington really does seem to be on the warpath right now against China. We've heard the Biden administration and other lawmakers looking to ban TikTok in the United States. TikTok, of course, is owned by the Chinese company ByteDance. The country has long railed against Chinese companies such as Huawei. It's also blaming Beijing for cybersecurity breaches. So it seems like Washington has its own agenda against China right now, seeing Beijing as potentially its biggest threat to exist at this moment. Do you believe that Europe is trying to perhaps distance itself from the Washington rhetoric, but can it do that while still maintaining a strong relationship with Washington?
Well, on the one hand, Europe doesn't want to be caught in the great power struggle, as it were, between the United States and China. But on the other hand, Europe's values and political systems are very much in line with the United States, not with China. So I think that Europe wants to tread its own path, trying to balance security and perception risks, as well as opportunities, economic opportunities. After all, China's market is a huge developing market and its higher growth rate, even though slower, compared with the United States.
Okay, Andrew Leung, we'll have to leave it there for now. Thanks as always for joining us on TRT World.
Thank you.